What's up? Dr. Will James here, Dr. Will James Podcast, and we are live all for our Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Live show. I missed last week because of personal reasons. Trying to be consistent. I got some big things coming up. Um, and yeah, we're gonna add to the show. Um, so might as well stay consistent. Put in the work. Even though I'm always busy doing 101 things outside of my personal life. But I wanted to talk today about these masculine women and these very disagreeable, argumentative women who clearly are the problem, and they make it seem like the man is the problem. No, you're the problem. All right, and women got to understand this. No man wants to come home to this argumentative, freaking stressful woman. No man wants to come home to that. Men are different than women. Okay? I'll say that. Men are different than women. And it should be known, but women tend to want from us what they do. I'll give an example. There are a lot of women who want a man who likes to speak on the phone. That's not a talk. Men aren't talkative. That's not a thing for men. Masculine men aren't talkative. Men who are handling their business, who are out, making money, who have careers, who work hard. We want to come home. We want to relax. You know, watch a TV show, watch some sports real quick. You know, and then we go on to sleep. If there's some romance, it's time for romance. Yeah, we want that. But then we go on to sleep. Men don't have time. Most men don't want to be up on the phone talking to you about, that's some stuff from when we was younger. Women to meet a man and they expect a man to have phone conversations with them, hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long phone conversations. Like, who got time for all of that? I got time for all of that. I'll text you. That's more of a man speed. I'll text you. I can get things done while I text you. I got time to be on the phone with you. Now, then I got to give you my undivided attention. No, it's going to be divided. So I'm not doing that. Like, you're going to get certain spots where you get a phone conversation. That's not going to be a very, that's not going to be something that happens consistently. That's not going to be something that happens often. That's just not how men operate. We like to handle our business. We ain't trying to just be up on the phone with you. Look, either we're going to be in person, we're going to see one another, or we're not. It's simple. But yeah, so first I want to get into this video clip from my brothers at the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. So I'm going to play that firstly, and then I'll get into the other video. This is from the comedian Leslie Jones, right? The comedian Leslie Jones is speaking. Let me see when she started.
I want to talk about men. I don't know. We're going to play the video. We're going to come back and give our thoughts.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I'm rich. I can fight. I will say it. I love men.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I don't love a stupid man. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you hardcore. Yes, I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what you bringing to the table? I am the table.
I sound like a lion, right? I'm like, God damn.
All right. So let's just go back, and I'm going to stop this. First of all, she's clearly the problem. All right. But Let's just go back. Let this play.
Maybe watch some movies, watch some games. Listen, we got a lot going on. Make sure y'all join the Patreon. Definitely helps us out a lot. It helps us to continue to grow. This next clip was sent over to us, and this was, what's her name? Leslie Jones?
Leslie Jones, yeah.
Listen, I don't know. She's been doing a whole bunch. Only want to talk about men. I don't know. We're going to play the video. We're going to come back and give our thoughts.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I am rich. I can fight.
Stop right there. Successful, rich, and she can fight. A man doesn't care about any of that. We don't care that you're successful. We don't care that you're rich. And we don't care that you can fight. This is what I'm talking about by women having things twisted. And they are looking for, they expect a man to want the things in them that they want in a man. A man doesn't care that you're successful, rich, or that you can fight. We don't care about your success because a man is going to be successful in his own right, especially the type of man that women want. Most women want that successful man. So we don't care about you being rich. For one, a man is going to get out there and make his own money. For two, you're not spending that money on us, so why would we care? Why do I care that you're rich? If you're not spending that money on me, I don't care that you're rich. It doesn't matter to me. Unless you're spending that money on me, it doesn't matter. And then she says she can fight. I'm the protector. Why do I care that you can fight? You can't fight better than me. And I can say that. I'm a martial artist. I've been a martial artist for 2 decades. I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in judo, blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. If anyone knows martial arts, they know that. And I'm not a small man. I'm 5'11", 195. Stronger than most women. I bench press over 350. I'm a man. So I don't care about you being successful, you being rich, and you knowing how to fight. You look for that in a man. A man isn't looking for that in you. She didn't say, and what we could clearly see is that she's not fit, she's not feminine, and she's not friendly. But let's let this video finish, and then I'm going to keep going.
I will say it. I love men.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I don't love a stupid man. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you know, you hardcore. Yes, I am. I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what you bringing to the table? I am the table.
I sound like a lot.
All right. You're not the table. And I went over this when I was on It's Given podcast. That's the answer a lot of women love to give when you ask them what they bring to the table. They say, I am the table. That's a woman that has nothing to offer. One, that's a woman that has nothing to offer. Two, she's a narcissist. You think that you're the table. And I broke down the analogy. You think that everything revolves around you. And they think that they're saying something intelligent with that. You're not even saying what type of table you are. What type of table are you? What type of table is present? If you're the table, what type of table are you? Elaborate. Elucidate. Like, explain. They can't do that. I am the table. No, you're not. And the sad part is she thinks this is funny. She's a comedian, Leslie Jones. Look her up. This woman is 6 feet tall. That right there minimizes her chances of getting the type of man that she wants, her height. Because women who are tall tend to want tall men. And there aren't many men who are over 6 feet tall. The average height for a man is 5'9". I'm 5'11". She's an inch taller than me. So if she steps out in heels, so it's already over. And I'm not short. You know, I'm not tall. I'm not extremely tall. I'm above average height, but I'm not, tall. She's lowering her chances right there. Then her income. If you look up her income, her net worth is around $7 million. So a woman like her, they tend to want men who make as much or more, which is what I said before. Men have an understanding of what love is better than women. Because a man who has $7 million, he'll take a woman who's making $700 a month. He'll take a woman with no money and genuinely love her for her character. A woman who has $7 million, if she finds a man who's making $150,000 a year, she'll look at him like he's a bum or like he needs to do more. We see this all the time. There was that famous clip, the infamous clip of a woman who was talking to a medical doctor who made $300,000 or something like that annually. And she said, yeah, like, what else do you need? What else do you want to do in life? And he said, I'm like a surgeon. That's pretty much it. And she expected more from him. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. And the crazy thing is, we just saw that woman's behavior. Leslie Jones is 58 years old. We could look it up. We could look it up. Because I was looking already. This lady, can you see this? All right, so this is her net worth. Leslie Jones. Look, her age, 58 years old, as of September 7th, 1960. As of September 7th, she was born in 1967. 58 years old, right? So see how she acts now. This is her at her most mature phase. And you could say she's an entertainer and all of that. I don't want to hear it. There are plenty of comedians and actresses who can come on a talk show and talk, pragmatically about relationships and love and what they're looking for and what they expect from a partner and behave like a mature adult. She's acting like a kid. Again, she didn't say one thing that a man wants. If a man can't be her peace, he can hit the door. What's your peace? What's peaceful? You can clearly see she's confrontational. What type of woman? It's not even feminine to say, I can fight. A man will never care. A man will never ask you that. A man is not asking you if you can fight. Can you cook? Are you nurturing? Can you cater? Are you feminine? Are you peaceful? Can you give a massage, a back rub? What can you do to be my peace? What do you bring to the table? How are you as a partner? How do you make life easier for the person you're with? That's what the question is when you ask someone what they bring to the table. There's different ways to ask it, but that's essentially what you're asking. And you see her behavior. This is what I'm talking about. And then it was women like that wonder why they're single at 58 years old. She chased her career. She managed to have some success. She was in, I remember seeing her, she did a special, and she was in one of the, she was in Coming to America 2, which was horrible, but she was in that. So she's a millionaire. She's accumulated, some wealth for herself. That's good for her. But it tends to make these type of women masculine. That's why men tend to stay away from these type of women. We're not intimidated by women who, have success or money. It's the behavior, the characteristics, the character traits that come along with it, because you feel that now you're the boss because you have money and you have status of your own. So you act like a man. The masculinity that comes with it. Men aren't trying to date another man. We're heterosexual. We want woman. We want femininity. We want feminine energy from the person we're with. I don't want you to look like a lady and be acting like me. You don't need to be acting like a dude. You saw how she was yelling and that's what my homeboy was saying. Like, what is that? That's not attractive to a man. That's not cute. That's why she's 58 and single. That's why. She's not in her feminine, never tried to be. Again, it's real simple. Be fit, be feminine, be friendly. Be in your feminine energy. It's that simple. It's that simple. Be peaceful, be agreeable, talk calmly, respect me as the man. It's simple. All right. One more clip. I don't want to go on too many clips, but there's another clip that I had saw earlier before I share it. Earlier in the week, I had saw a clip. This woman went on live and she was talking about how her ex was sassy. When women start bringing up the term sassy, make them define it. Because what they mean when they say sassy, they really mean gay. So make them define it first, because they really mean gay and or just feminine. So make them define it. So, so this is feminine or this is gay? How? But that's really what they're trying to say, but they go about it. The new word sassy is like it's an undercover way of saying it. Oh, that's gay. Oh, that's feminine. Makes no sense. You'll say a woman will say something to you, and then when you have a clapback or a comeback, when you have a rebuttal to what she said, oh, you being sassy. These new modern women who are masculine, their way to silence you is calling you gay or sassy. That's one of their ways. They call you gay, sassy, say you hate your mother, you hate black women, or you hate all women, you're misogynistic, and they can't even define the word. And then none of them know what misandry is. It's like, it's laughable how stupid they are. And they just need the right person in front of them to expose it. So when these women use the word sassy, make them define it. Look at this example. How do I make this?
Fucking problem. I get this man lunch. Do y'all know what he did? Oh my God. This weak ass, sassy ass bitch walks in the house, grabs the lunch I bought him, and then walks out the door. So I said, we need to talk. Now, mind you, this was a week ago, okay? He says, you can't force me to talk. Okay, sorry, girl. So fast forward to today, it's now been 2 weeks since he's spoken to me. I went ahead and I already got me an apartment, all the things. I'm on my way to get my moving boxes right now. But it's been 2 whole weeks. Like, how fucking weird is that? How weird is that? Like, it's one thing to be upset with someone, whatever, but I didn't even get the courtesy of like a text like, hey, I'm not ignoring you, I just need more time to speak. Nothing. This man just nothing. Then to make matters worse, actually 2 things to make matters worse. One, his fucking brother blocked me on Instagram, which I think is very strong. That's a very weird, that's a very emotional thing to do. And second, bro, I cut my family off. I cut my mother off for this same type of emotional abuse, and you thought you were safe? No. Ladies, always pick yourself, always. When God is removing someone, listen to him, because I should have listened a long ass time ago and I didn't. I wasn't even going to get on here and talk about this, but now I am, because you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore, okay? Okay, so I'm laughing because I'm really having a hard time understanding why there are so many sassy ass, grown ass men amongst us, okay, in society. So my boyfriend and I,
he's sassy. What makes him sassy? Well, so gay or feminine? There's so many gay or feminine, because that's what she's meaning. Mind you, she's the one that ran online, and she said boyfriend, not ex-boyfriend. Why do you care that his brother blocked you? I'm gonna let it play through again, and then we'll go over it.
have been together for, well, we're together for 1.5 years. Okay, we were living together, and about 2 weeks ago we get an argument, right? And obviously I'm not going to go into details, but essentially it was just about our needs not being met. And in that argument, I did get a little sassy. I got a little feisty because resentment has built, right? I'm asking you for things, in my opinion, the bare minimum, and it's like pulling teeth. So after our little disagreement, our argument, we agreed to give each other space, which we always do after arguments, okay? Y'all, tell me why this man ignored me. Oh my God, I have a gray hair and it's just like showing, whatever. A week goes by, okay, we didn't talk. So tell me why I offer to get this man lunch, right? Me being nice, of course, that's my fucking problem. I get this man lunch. Do y'all know what he did? Oh my God. This weak ass, sassy ass bitch walks in the house, grabs the lunch I bought him, and then walks out the door. So I said, we need to talk. Now, mind you, this was a week ago, okay? He says, you can't force me to talk. Okay, sorry, girl. So fast forward to today, it's now been 2 weeks since he's spoken to me. I went ahead and I already got me an apartment, all the things. I'm on my way to get my moving boxes right now. But it's been 2 whole weeks. Like, how fucking weird is that? How weird is that? Like, it's one thing to be upset with someone, whatever, but I didn't even get the courtesy of like a text like, hey, I'm not ignoring you. I just need more time to speak. Nothing. This man just nothing. Then to make matters worse, actually 2 things to make matters worse. One, his fucking brother blocked me on Instagram, which I think is very strong. That's a very weird. I mean, that's a very emotional thing to do. And second, bro, I cut my family off. I cut my mother off for this same type of emotional abuse. And you thought you were safe? No. Ladies, always pick yourself, always. When God is removing someone, listen to him, because I should have listened a long ass time ago and I didn't.
Okay. So let's unpack this idiot in the video. She starts off saying, I wasn't even going to get up on here and go and do this. But she's on social media doing this. Embarrassing her now ex, calling him a bitch and all of these other words. We don't see a viral clip from him. Where's that? She's a grown woman, but can't keep her personal life private. On here, talking about her personal relationship that she was in for 18 months, a year and a half. But she wants us to believe that he's the problem. We already know, if you have a brain, you already know that we're missing context from this situation. A lot of context. What happened in these 18 months? She said they were giving each other time, and they did this often. Now, every relationship, if you've been in a relationship, you know it ain't always peaches and cream. Sometimes you're going to have, disagreements. You may need a day or two, hey, you over there, you in your corner, I'm in my corner. We chilling. How often did these situations happen when y'all needed time to think and all of that stuff? This dude is fed up with her. And he told his brother that, which is why his brother blocked her on Instagram. She was probably trying to contact the brother, like, yo, tell your brother to talk to me or something like that. Probably. But even if she wasn't, the brother obviously, her boyfriend obviously communicated to his brother, like, yo, me and her are through. She's playing too many games. I'm done. And then he's like, oh, she ain't sister-in-law no more. It's clipped. Block. And they lived together, so he was just protecting his peace. You bought him lunch. He went in there, grabbed the lunch. He's like, I don't need to talk to you. This is when a man is fed up. They like to talk about when a woman's fed up. When a man is fed up, we ain't talking to you. We don't care. We realize that we made a mistake. You ain't the wifey material we thought you were. It's over. That's what happened here. It's pretty clear. Now, I don't know everything in the relationship. In a relationship, you need to communicate. So I would have made it very, clear, crystal clear. I would have been transparent. Like, you know what? I'm through with you. We don't really have nothing to talk about. You could get a new place or I'll get a new place. Till then, we could just be cordial and that's it. But it's dangerous when you're living with someone. It's not so easy. So he's giving himself more time to think about how he wanted to go about it. That could be the situation. But the fact that she's online, she was with this man. It doesn't look good for her being a grown woman doing that, going straight to social media like this. Very disrespectful. Like, what do you expect people to think? What do you want people to say? And it's these type of women who will get on there. And she said she clipped her family, her mom. So you got to pay attention to the red flags. This everyone else, you're the common denominator. If everybody don't want to talk to you and they just can't talk to you and deal with you, now the majority can be wrong, but you also have to, look within to see what you are without. Where are you flawed? Because obviously in that clip, the fact that you go in public speaking about your man or your ex this way is a huge character flaw. That's very childish, and there's no way around that. The internet is not the place for your relationship beefs. And I want to know anyone who thinks it is. I want to know anyone who thinks that's okay. It's not even okay when celebrities do it. To address a situation that happened that was in the tabloids, that's one thing. But to be out in public bashing your ex or your current partner or whatever is just childish. Childish. So that's the show for tonight. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. And I'm going to be posting the flyer. We got a big show coming next Tuesday. Going to have Jazz on the show. You've seen her on several panels, Antoine Daniels panels, my guy's Fatty panel, several panels. Her and I were on a panel together. And next week we are going to be doing a show live right here on Dr. Will James Podcast. So make sure you tune in. Peace.